All right. So kicking off our November Mastermind and some upcoming new stuff. We've got our last gathering of 2025 happening this Saturday at Diablo CrossFit. And let's see, we've got most SoCal people on this. I think I reached out to a lot of people in NorCal trying to get some more people in there. Looks like we're probably going to have around 35 or so. We'll see, you never know on the day. But we're trying an afternoon time slot. We're going to go from 12 to 5. See if that makes it easier for people to kind of coach the morning classes and then head over. I was teasing the SoCal people that it's plenty of time to just drive up, just get up early, get in the car. If you leave at 6, you'll be there. Come on, Josh. I know how long it takes to get to Anaheim. And but yeah, that was kind of the thought process is like, would that have less of an impact on people? I know some people have mentioned that weekends are always hectic and that's all we ever do. So opening that up to possibility of, if would it be better on a Friday? I think midweek can be tough for most of us because finding an open gym that can shut it down for a good handful of hours. But like we did Hawaii, we did it on a Friday and we had sort of this midday break for about 3 hours and that worked pretty good. But yeah, so we're gonna kick that off. We have our agenda just getting finalized and I'll probably send that out. So if anyone is curious about what they're gonna miss, I have had people ask about why don't you put it on Zoom or why don't you record it and then post it and the people that aren't there can watch it. Couple of different reasons, but the main one is because the format, if you've come to any of these, is really about affiliate owners talking to each other. It's very less presentation-ish and very much more sit in the circle and talk. And so because of that, a Zoom isn't going to do it justice. And the other part is really like the point is to feel like you aren't being recorded and that you can be honest and upfront and not have anything held against you later or someone else that's not in the room find out about it that you didn't want to. So as far as I see, these type of smaller gatherings are never going to be recorded and posted because there really isn't an advantage. And if that entices people that they can't just catch it later, they have to show up. I'm hoping to drive more and more interest as we get into 2026. Talking with the gym in LA about maybe doing one down there in the first quarter. I know San Diego is due. We haven't been down there since 2023, so maybe either a San Diego or Orange County again would be nice.
Zia's new gym, maybe.
At what? Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll get to be at Zia's new gym. She's opening up. That would be kind of heading closer to Orange County as we get further north. That's cool. Um, okay, so there's that. We've got no other major updates on the CrossFit HQ front. I do know that there's some exciting stuff brewing for the Open. So I'm really pumped about that. And I've been messaging with someone on the team. This is more for like the Northern California people. I'm really trying, hoping to see if we can get some passes for affiliate owners to get on site to the Open 26.2 announcement at Moffett Field. I'm trying to really say this should go to affiliate owners first and maybe they get a +1 that's not an owner, but like I really want that to be the benefit of owning affiliate is that you get to say, no, I can't, but not have to find out from your members that you were too late and missed the window of registration and, you know, Joey from the 6 p.m. class gets to go and you don't. So hoping for that to happen. We're probably going to do a gathering around that 26.2 announcement as well, because we can just kind of head over there. I have some San Jose affiliates really pumped that the games are coming their way and they want to get involved and be open for drop-ins and things like that. So kind of cool. I'm so excited that we've got the Legends qualifier down at Del Mar. Lots of nostalgia and memories for me down at that place. Some good memories, some bad ones, but I'm hoping to get down for that event. I don't know how many of you guys are going to try to go to that, even if just as a spectator. I know a lot of you guys are really close. You're like, there's no way I'm missing that. So hopefully I'll get to see you guys there. What else? What else? I do know that we've got some cool stuff working for in the marketing kit for the Open. So I'm excited for that to roll out and hopefully as has been the trend this year. Oh, good, Ren, you'll be there. Nice. they're coming out earlier and earlier with information in terms of what the sports season is going to look like for 2026. And I know our affiliate and marketing teams are working really hard to hopefully give you guys tons of assets to pump up the open early and often, if that is something you choose to do. So, in that vein, well, first I'll open it up. Does anyone have any specific questions that they wanted to tackle um, before we get into too much of the marketing resources? Okay. So what I did was I actually scheduled a call with someone on our marketing team. Mike Ragoza is awesome, guys. His job is, I was telling someone, I feel like it's one of the coolest jobs that got added that didn't exist prior to Mike, and as far as I'm aware. And it's essentially, I don't want to botch the title, so I don't know exactly what it is, but he's basically blending the marketing team with the affiliate team. So like he straddles both of those different departments. And I know it's most people just think of CrossFit as like one giant operation, but we really do sort of work in separate um, departments, and this being the gym or affiliate department, of course. And so having someone that looks at all the marketing and where it's headed, the campaigns and whatnot, and decides how is this going to be digestible and usable for the affiliates at the affiliate level. And that person I don't think always existed. There'd be tons of videos of recorded and of whether it's movement in one of the HQ studios or whatever it might have been, and it might just sit on a shelf because no one was taking it and putting it in a useful way for the average affiliate owner or even coach. And that's something that he's been doing, and I'll say doing an awesome job of. So we chatted for a while. He actually even asked me to reach out to you guys about any feedback for him in that vein. So I'll give you some opportunity for that, and I could pass that along to him for sure. But basically, just like a show of hands for those of you that are on camera, if you've been in the marketing resources in the toolkit and have actually gone one step further, pulled something and either played with it in Canva or posted it. Awesome. Perfect. A lot of times these calls are like, I'm preaching to the choir, but you guys are like, we might have done it. um, I have heard feedback on various calls that I've had one-on-one with owners where they're like, yeah, I know there's a lot of resources in there and it's almost overwhelming. It's not their strength. It's not their area that they, maybe they admittedly don't post a lot, or maybe they know that their website needs some revamping and not knowing where to start. Does anyone feel like they've been top to bottom through the kit? They know ins and outs. They've seen all the different campaigns and taken at least something from each one. Awesome. Josh, possibly Ren. So I reached out to Josh prior to the call and I was like, I would like to almost like kind of highlight some of the things that he's done. Ren, if you could also please chime in with some of the things that you've done, either differently or if like, yeah, I did that. It really is as easy as it looks, or no, Katie's underselling it. That took me an hour to get that to work. That would be really cool to hear your guys' opinions on that. I pulled up Josh's CrossFit Anaheim's Instagram, and Ren, I'd be happy to show some of the stuff you've done too. Basically, when I was talking to Mike, the first thing he said is to come at this from the lens of not overwhelming. So if that is already, if marketing's your thing and you're like, fine. But for most people, this can be very challenging. Starting regularly posting on social media, or even just having to take assets and use them in Canva and personalize them. So if we could kind of zero in on just one campaign, the one we're going to talk about right now is the CrossFit is the Cure. So first I'm going to do is just a little screen share, and please, you guys, jump in at any time if I'm rambling or giving you stuff that's not useful. Kind of like skip ahead on that. All right, can you guys see the right here, the toolkit? All right, so what we've got, I'm gonna scoot your faces closer so I can actually see you guys. So over here on the left bar, your marketing resources. Again, this might not be for anyone on the call, but someone maybe that's watching a recording. We've got all the chat resources, so hopefully some of you were able to use that if you are going to be doing that workout today or did it this weekend past. So the CrossFit is the Cure campaign is a really great one to start with if you have not previously known where to start. this is one that you can really personalize and bring it to life within the walls of your affiliate. And at the each campaign you click on, there's going to be a little bit up here that can kind of serve as a summary, right? So if you already know the gist of it, no need to read through that. The video, of course, this is our big one that really took off and had the most, I don't know if it was the most downloads or the most views on YouTube, which was pretty cool. And then here it's same thing. This is going to repeat throughout all the different campaigns that you click on. It's going to talk about ways that you can really use this to your advantage in your affiliate. So if you have a social media manager, this is the place to take them. This is, if, you know, hopefully you have them loaded into your affiliate toolkit as one of the staff members and they have access. But this is what you want to start with if you haven't started. We have found just through clicks that, and from witnessing posts, that probably the most used or popular would be the pull quote templates. So anyone, I think this is what I saw, Josh, you had some of these on yours. Ren, are these some of the ones that you used as well? Okay, cool. So with these, you can take the content and customize it for your gym. You can, if we click on these, oh, I've got someone trying to get into the call. Okay. So you will need a Canva account, which I'm logged in. I actually use a personal account of mine that I pay for. So if you have not, definitely try the free trial and just put it on your calendar if you're not sure if you're going to continue using it. But I pay for the, I guess it's the pro version, is that what they call it? And I found it to be very useful for my job and even for my personal life, posting Instagram posts for my kids' games all last year. But so what you can do is you can adjust, first of all, down here, there's all the different sizes. If you're going to do a reel, if you're going to do a story, if you're doing there's different sizes of Instagram posts. So just pick the size aspect ratio that you want. And then you're going to go ahead and enter in whatever you'd like for your words. So this could be something related to, you know, nutrition or, you know, meal prep challenges or how we're going to tackle that. It can be something about, you know, technique or consistency coming into class, whatever speaks to you. And then similarly, you can remove the image. So this is, I think, the layer over it. You can remove and sub out the image. So I think if we go to position, that's going to show us all the different layers. So if anyone's ever played around in Photoshop, this is very, I'll say similar, very similar to Photoshop. Obviously, if you're a Photoshop wizard, you're like, well, not really, but same concept of the fact that there's depth to this image that you're seeing, and you can rearrange. They've got the quotes on their own layer. They've got the text. They've got the filter that goes over it, and then the image itself. So if you want to swap that out for an image of someone at your gym, or you can use this person that's struggling to get lockout, that's fine too. But you want it to make sense for your gym and your target audience. Again, to get to the layers here, that was just up here with position. I'm just going to close this out. Uploads would be over here on the side where you're going to be able to put, you can see the stuff that I'm working on, college shirts for my husband's gym. But yeah, this was kind of what I made yesterday for this specific call. I kind of took a screenshot of myself in Canva to look like I'm doing what I'm doing with all of you right now. So anyway, that's me importing the image, and now I can put that at the layer that I'd want. When in doubt, go to these little bars. It can give you a lot of the stuff you need. It can move it. Which part in the layer do you want it? Or again, going into this position here, and now I have this layer I just added and I can move it. I want it behind the quote. I want it in front of the quote rather, so as I move it up. Right, so now it's behind the picture of him. I want it in front of the picture of him, that kind of a thing. So not trying to give you guys a full tutorial of stuff you already know, but this is a great way. And I think, Josh, this is definitely, I was going to flip over. Can you guys see Instagram now? Okay, so if you're looking at CrossFit Anaheim's, this is sort of, you can add, he adds his own logo, adds it. This is a member, I'm guessing, of the gym. Yeah. And then keeping the CrossFit logo, pretty nice for consistency there. It looks like the same filter was possibly used unless you used your own. Yeah. But choosing what phrases you want, they can match. Here's the one that matches clearly the campaign, what we're doing. I know not every quote matches every affiliate. And I saw when this one came out specifically, a lot of people were like, F yeah. And then another lot of people were like, inappropriate, not needed. That's perfectly fine. Both can be true. And so if you want to use it, use it. And if you don't, delete it and put a quote that speaks to your gym. But really like the way he's able to showcase the gym and still, I love how her face is like dead center here, and still also the members, but keeping consistent with the campaign there. So I'll just pause for a second if anyone had any questions about, or Josh, if there was any
But
what you wanted to
I
get.
mean, what I found easy for this use was your guys's quotes. So HQ just giving us all the quotes, and like that. That's like, okay, that's the best direction that we can go in, as opposed to just like, oh, what? How do I quote this? Or how do
Awesome.
I slug this? Yeah.
Perfect. So basically I'm taking keep someone's trying to get in the call. Keep the quotes coming. Assuming they resonate with you, it's really helpful to not have to think of those or ask AI. Got it.
And even some of the quotes, like a degree not by kind type of things, like like some
Some of
of
the
the things that
classic
you that
phrases from,
HQ is pushing forward, and then we can just follow.
yeah. And so let's see if we go back to the marketing here. Some of those, the original fitness graphics, I think, are maybe the ones where we're talking about the work capacity definition, the intensity formula, the hierarchy of the development of an athlete. Like basically, as a seminar staff trainer, I'm like, these are pulled pretty much directly from the level one, the 100 words of fitness. While we don't outline the entire 100 words at the level one, we do absolutely pull the nutrition piece one and piece two from there, the sickness, wellness, fitness continuum. So these are just going to be different posters that you could either use, you could physically print them and put them on your wall, but you could use these as talking points to put into your Instagram, the pyramid. Cool. So let's see. These are some more posters and social graphics, the brain on CrossFit, kind of playing back to that like 90s, I think, like your brain on drugs situation. At least that's what it reminded me of. Email signature template. So if you're someone that really does a lot of reach out through your email, which I think most of us are, grabbing the different email signature that matches with the campaign. And then this was a really cool one. How many of you guys have done the coach's card and introduced your coaches? No, not yet, or not interested. So the coach's card template is going to give you a layout that you could use to introduce a coach, right? Put their name, put maybe down here what their level trainer is, or if they are like the head trainer or the manager or whatever title they might have. But I think that's a great place to put CFL2 or CrossFit level 2 trainer. You can see that they've gotten, or you can actually put that, sorry, right here. You can put their L2 here. So you could put what their title is at your gym. And we've got like a double, picture in picture kind of view with the big one and the little one. So you're going to have to, if we go back to position here, you're going to have to put the picture in two different formats. So don't let that overwhelm you, but just you're going to need a larger picture to put in the back, and then you're going to crop it down for that front one. Um, there's a bunch of different filters and stuff underneath it. So just kind of clicking to that layer that you're going to adjust. And then going to the different text box to edit in there. This is a cool way to make your Instagram speak to the audience that is not yet the members of your gym. I know the members of your gym know your staff, hopefully most of them, but for new people that are checking you out, this is a really cool way to get a first impression. And then that way, when they get in text, from Coach Joe that's going to be meeting them at the front door, they know who they're looking for. And that can be really comforting. Probably don't have to tell you guys that, but that's a really nice little, and you can do even in the caption, like a little about me or some quotes from that person. I believe I wanted to call out there are,
Katie, are all the badges in there?
I believe, oops, I just opened it again. The badge,
I didn't see them.
I think this one's editable.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, maybe not. Is it?
oh, yeah, it's locked.
Yeah, it is. So that's a really good question. Let's see where they
Looks
would be.
maybe
Uh,
if you unlock it and then I think you can just edit the text.
oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Yay.
perfect. Thank you. So yeah. And then if you guys haven't before, once you have it everything that you want, then you're just gonna get it off of Canva by share and download. And because this one has multiple pages because they're giving it to you in every single size down here, right? And so there's even some different looks. Maybe this is the way you want to do it, or maybe you're gonna do a post with two images and swipes. You're gonna work on, oops, page one and you make it perfect, and then you're gonna go over to page five and make it perfect. And page one and page five are same size. And so that's going to be the two swipes. So when you're done and you go to share, you go to download, and then right in here, you could just write the pages, select the pages you want. I want to download page one and I want to download page five. Done. And then I'm just going to download those. You shouldn't have to change this. It's going to likely populate the correct one. If you're not doing it as a reel, then you could switch that to like a JPEG or a PNG and a PNG, excuse me, and then download, and it'll go be ready to go for you. If you also saw right here, there's Mike, who I had talked to. He did a little instructional video on kind of how to do what we just did. So if these videos are helpful to come along with the assets, he's happy to continue doing these. He actually wanted me to ask for feedback if like it's cool in concept, but I'm not going to sit and listen to it because I can't do the thing at the same time. He was suggesting another way to do it would be almost like a PDF that you could pull up and have to the side of your Canva that almost shows a snapshot with like highlighted circles. I know when I've had to work my way through certain like troubleshooting on my computer, I like pulling up that step by step, go do this, and there's like a red circle of where to find it. Sometimes videos move a little fast. So if you find that those photo and written instructions would be more helpful, he said he's happy to do those. So guys, any feedback there, even if you're watching on recorded video, please email me and let me know. Mike doesn't get as much face-to-face time with affiliate owners as I do, so that's why I want to hopefully be the voice for him. So more assets, of course, as you go down, the videos and things like that, you can, upload to your website or embed in different emails. But yeah, any questions on any of these? Cool.
I don't have a question, but I had a suggestion possibly.
Mm.
I've used a couple of the templates and I absolutely love it.
Okay, cool.
Um, but for Chad, I would
Yeah.
have liked for that one to have been editable
Ah,
because we don't do it on Veterans Day because we have too many people that actually work on Tuesdays. So the
right.
last few years, including this year, we did it Saturday. And so I wasn't able to use that design at all because I couldn't change the date for us.
Right. No, that makes sense.
That's all.
I agree with Kelly. I actually I saw a couple of posts that said I'm in for Chad, and I wanted like, oh, I want that front layer so I could just give it to my community, and then they can just post their picture.
Right. Were those from here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The I'm in, I mean. Yeah. Save the date. Yeah. Save the date would be, I mean, it makes sense because it's like a global thing, but it also is, it's tough when it's on a Tuesday. Yeah, here's the I'm in. I see that. Um, oops, sorry. Okay, good to know. Thank you. I wrote that down. Um, let's see. Coach's card. Oh, in general, he was just saying to talk about some different content ideas. Whenever you're seeing, I'll go back from the Chad one. But whenever, yeah, you're in the different campaigns, you can kind of relate them to what this campaign means to you or to your gym. And that's a good starting point for personalizing it. Anyone, if you have or have not used the marketing kit, regardless, but what would you call some things? And maybe I'll take a pause from the sharing of the screen. Um, stop. What would you guys consider roadblocks to, again, doesn't have to be using the CrossFit assets, but when it comes to regularly posting on social media, creating posts or taking images you took with your phone and then later realized, I can't make this into anything. Why did I take this photo? I thought it was going to be great and artsy through the rings. I always see those, like I was trying to be artistic and then I realized it just looks terrible. She'll be so mad at me if I post this right now. Or like, what are the things that are maybe getting in your way? And follow up to that. What would be really helpful that we could actually add for you for that? And Mike said, but tell them within reason. So I can't ask for the moon, but yeah, like what's a simple, like making the Chad assets editable? I'm assuming we're going to probably do something for Murph again. And there's the odd chance that some gyms can't do it on a Monday for some reason. Maybe there's something happening in their town or with their families and everyone decides we're going to do it Saturday of Memorial Day or something like that. And it's still going to be Memorial Day Murph, but we're just going to throw down on Saturday. Like what else besides making dates editable could be helpful? I mentioned the visual step-by-steps maybe, but anything else? Oh, suggestions on phone settings to capture social media photos. That's cool. I'll take that. I don't know if anyone has an answer here. Feel free to chime in, but does that mean like portrait setting versus kind of? Okay.
Well, different exposures. Like I've seen to get this look, do this exposure, this setting, and then I'm like so confused at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
I'm point and shoot, and just
Yes,
to
same.
your point, it's not something that I can use.
Yeah. I think even people that have just taken a basic photography class have so much up on me when I go to take my pictures. I'm like, none of these are usable for a website. Well, clearly, these don't even feel usable for social media.
I think what could be an easy cheat is using your phone on cinematic mode video and then just being able to screenshot it like that. That's still, high res.
Nice. That's great.
It might not be Mike's
Answer? Yeah,
best
that's good.
practice, but it's definitely like a workaround for people who just want to get things done
Yeah.
quick.
I didn't know that was an option, but Ren knows all my issues. We always talk about, I want to use her photographer. Like it's just
Oh,
so expensive and
yeah,
to hire people to come do it.
it is. That was actually mentioned. I think I might have said it on one of our previous calls. That was mentioned at the Seattle gathering where one of the owners told Jay DeCoons, who was there because he's local for that and he wanted to come and participate in the gathering. And he said, you know what I would pay so much to CrossFit for? If you guys could find these awesome photographers / they will also do the post for me. So basically a social media person that's vetted, that gets what we want, that knows it. And they will just go to a city and whatever gyms are willing to pay for it. And they'll spend 2 hours at each gym a day, and you're paying this person, and like we are, but you guys are paying to CrossFit for this like higher tier maybe. And they just take a bunch of photos and crush it. And then maybe another week, maybe you get them twice a month or something. And then another week they come on a different day. Or a different time. So they get different classes. So that was I forget the number. I feel like he said something like, do you want to know what I'd pay like $10,000 a month for? I don't know what he said. He was outrageous. Maybe 10,000 a year is probably what he was saying. Sorry.
You don't want to know what I pay.
Yeah,
It's way
exactly.
less. No, it's incredible.
Yeah. It's so anyway, that is kind of probably the big lift that Mike's gonna laugh at that he can't do. But yeah. Ren, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I thought there's a couple of things that they're around marketing, but not content creation. So like one would be content creation in terms of like a calendar. So I schedule everything, and anytime something comes up, I just post it, right? And so now it's starting to become like more than 3 times a week because just there's a lot of things to post with updates. So a content calendar, not just like a general one where it's like every Monday is Motivation Monday, but like a little more thought to it.
Okay.
AI has been pretty good for that, being helpful. But it'd be cool if like CrossFit, you guys have a marketing team, like it'd be cool if they could put something
And if
together.
it like weaves in like the campaign we're in, right? Or it's this part
Yeah.
of the open season. Like we're starting to drive people to start registering and thinking about our intramural teams or whatever we do at our place.
Right.
Now's the time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing, like I don't know what the fix is, but I can tell you like where I live, we're like the fitness hub. And so I do paid marketing and like in some areas, like it's $10 per click. Whereas like where I live, it's $60 per click. Because there's an F45 Orange Theory Berries boot camp like on every corner. And so like I drop a ton in marketing and I not getting anywhere. So like I don't know if there's like any fixes to more exposure. I mean CrossFit's starting to do a better job of advertising themselves, but like keep advertising the name. Like that would be helpful, I think, for people.
Got it.
Yeah, so that was my thought. And in terms of like what you're talking about, like I have a photographer who makes my reels. So
Yeah.
they do my photos and my videos, and I get a weekly reel. I have them come every 6 weeks, and it's amazing. So I highly recommend finding someone that's within your budget to do that.
Yeah. Agreed. We need to just go to the high school photography class and get some kids to do it for us. Any other like roadblocks, things you wish you had, things you're doing outside of this? Anyone like, I don't do the marketing kit, but I do something different. Marketing kit or nothing.
Actually, I thought of another thing. So, like for the paid marketing for people who are doing that, again, I know that not everyone's doing that. If they have some like suggested templates for paid marketing that we could potentially do for our own gyms. So, like I find ones that I see often or that I
Yeah,
think look appealing and steal that idea and try to remake it myself. So, like if CrossFit could give us some guidance on that, that would be great.
that's cool. Are you thinking more like videos and or more
Yeah, I
like a
think videos get more clicks. They get more interest. I guess it's like first 4 to 6 seconds.
yeah,
Yeah.
what to focus on? Cool. That's great. I actually feel like that could be a really cool call. If Mike has some thoughts on that and some things to share, that could be a really cool call for him to do and almost show all you got to do is start with this, that, or what you should be doing, what you should be paying a photographer to do for you or a videographer to do for you versus what they might do on their own without guidance.
Yeah, that's something that I've been able to like pull things from like ads that I like or other people's social media, and then I give it to my photographer and I say, hey, I want you to make this. I pull a lot of stuff from Kelly's. I like hers. So I'll be like, hey, make this video for me. Or hey, like there was one that Counterculture recently did. I mean, it's on Z. I know it's but I forget who I used to work with him. But
Yeah,
so I just pulled their video. I was like, hey, make this with my content. And so he made it for me. But
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a really cool idea. I like when we're trying to get this sort of everyone's matching the campaign that's going on. I think that works well, but I also think it could be cool to have some skeletons of like this format will work for you. Get an image of this, get this kind of audio or get this kind of like cut to this, cut to that and you can redo that video multiple ways each month with your person or something. It's
I
new
think
look, but
one thing that helps with it too is you can't post the same video. Like there's like something where like your audience becomes stale.
yeah.
And so you have to constantly recreating. So for them to be able to provide some like consistent change in marketing materials versus yeah, just like one video template.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I've been really impressed with the amount of stuff that's rolling out. Oh, I know what I was going to show you guys. Just taking these notes down. So have you guys got to check out, this is outside of the marketing resources, but still in the toolkit. Where are we at? All the different like videos that are now available. Let me share. So if we're over here on the side, we've got coaching movements. So these are now getting categorized and can be viewed by any one of your coaches that are in the toolkit, to be able to just click on it and have a breakdown of the movement as well as a bunch of videos that go along with it. So super helpful. Could really use this for coaches development, or if you guys like to throw videos up on the screen for any type of stuff. But then it breaks down even teaching progressions, things like that. So for helping coaches writing lesson plans or really helping them build that info out, I think it's awesome that we have this now. And then of course, variations or substitutions over here as well. So that's over here in the coaching movements. And then similar, but not, are the teaching progression, or the training plans, excuse me. These are really cool. So the training plans for this is kids. Have you guys seen that the CrossFit Kids programs are all up here now? Cool. And the teens. The skills, this one hasn't been here before. So breakdown of some common skills that you see. This is a really fun thing you can use to build out before the open, because I feel like we have seen almost, if not all of these in open workouts through the years, but you just click on it and very fun. We've got a pre-written template of how to get someone their kipping pull up. So what each day would look like for the weeks as it goes through, the progression builds, and on it goes. I think you can switch around to different movements up here. So I find this to be a pretty cool, it's talking about prerequisites, a pretty cool, oh, this is for the strict pull up, not the kipping, excuse me. I wish this kind of thing existed when I was an athlete. So I was combing through and trying to find some random PDF on a blog of how to get my handstand push-ups and giving me a progression, because the coaches at our gym just didn't do that. So thought this was pretty cool new addition if you guys hadn't checked out the training plans. And I know some gyms even use training plans like this as an add-on for members to pay their coaches to provide for them. So I know Craig Howard has talked about this a lot, that his Diablo coaches will create personalized training plans for the athlete to get whatever skill that they're trying to improve on, or, get my first pull up or my first muscle up, and they will pay a coach to write them a program. Well, I still think there's value in personalizing that to the athlete in front of you, of course, but like how amazing for coaches to be able to do that and have this resource as a starting point as well. I break my heart to think that everything is now solved by AI, but I think people would tell me that I should just deal with it. But I think that right there is a pretty cool resource that didn't exist before. So I definitely point your coaches in that direction if you have not yet already.
Sorry, Katie, a couple of going back to the video. Is it possible to just pull audio of the narration? So on one of the spots, we just I just want
The audio only.
yeah, so I can make my own video in-house and then use that, but use the
Was
same.
it CrossFit is the Cure or a different one?
I believe it's the latest ad.
Okay.
I had to screen record it and do that and turn it, and it was
Okay.
That's
it was a
cool.
pain
You
in
end
the
up hearing sound, their sound effects, whatever.
yeah. I had to do this. I would have the same suggestion on that. If we could have that as almost like a layer, like the other templates, is where we can just take the audio.
That's a great idea, because how cool to be able to layer on the text and the audio, but your video be your own, maybe. Okay, that.
I mean, I would
Sounds stupid,
rather
and I
have
feel like that should be a
voiceover.
doable thing. Like the folder could have the entire video and the audio only. I feel like that could be a thing. All right, I wrote that down. That's a great idea. I will report back if that's a hard no, because that's not how things work, but they definitely exist separate, Just from the little time I spend in iMovie, I know that you can have the two things detached. So I'm wondering if that just like a little MP4 can live there of the audio. That's a really great idea. Thank you for that. Thanks for saying that, Mike. Or Josh, sorry. So the open plans will be coming. I think those are going to be hopefully launching. Definitely the goal would be before the holidays, but I think possibly early December, maybe even late November, so that you can start, if that is something you make a big push for, that you can start letting your athletes know what's coming. And it is, the plan was that it's going to be kind of calendared out. I don't know if it's going to be the same way you were talking, Ren, but planning out like, okay, 90 days out, 60 days out, 30 days out, this is how our in affiliate campaign is looking in order to build some excitement and start talking about, and to start building it into classes and talking about the open is coming and this is what we do and this is what you can look forward to. This is maybe some of the prep we're adding into the classes. If you're looking for extra stuff, this is how you can get that, etc. Start utilizing some of those training plans.
There is a calendar in the toolkit.
Yeah.
Saw that, Ren.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just didn't know if that was maybe not enough.
Is it like it's kind of an older one though that's kind of generic and it's like
I
the
think
same
it is.
thing? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like a little more. Where is that? It's under the marketing resources.
I was trying
Yeah.
to attach it here, but it won't let me attach.
Yeah, I was gonna try to pull it up too. I can share the screen. But yeah, I was thinking you were meaning something more
Yeah, I think so. I've taken a look at this
like
and I
one that's
think I'm pulling it
updating.
up right now.
This one. Or no, that's the direct. Yeah. Social media posting planner. Is this what you were thinking, Kelly? Yeah. So again, I think it's a great starting point for someone, but if you're like you were saying, I know you were kind of like versus just a generic motivation Monday every time or something. It would be cool if this refreshed and or progressed with the season that we're in, right? Like
Yeah.
the weeks leading up to Murph, the weeks leading up to the Open, the weeks leading up to the Community Cup, or whatever we're saying is an important thing. How are we weaving in the current campaign that's going on with globally and whatever is happening soon in terms of like training? Yeah. Yeah, because that's been there. I think that was one of the first things uploaded to the marketing kit, I think.
Katie, I was looking for the email signature templates and
Oh.
that's how I came across that, but I can't find it. Can you show me where that is?
Yeah, definitely. So those ones are going to be in the ones I was talking about are going to be in the CrossFit is the Cure campaign. So if we go back to that one and we scroll down, it was these signature templates.
Okay.
And so I actually haven't done this yet. I was going to put this into mine. But yeah, kind of explains it what to do. And then if I kind of scroll down here, there's some different layouts. And if you like the image in the background, you can do that too. And then I think, yeah, cool. So thank you for asking on that. I don't know. I want to say that that exists in the previous campaigns as well, because we will get like an email heads up. New campaign is rolling out, like the Magic of CrossFit. I think it had it too. Not that you want to go backwards, but I remember them telling us, at least internally, like, hey, you can do the Magic of CrossFit on your, maybe they didn't, maybe they just sent it to us, but it should have been for everyone. But bumpers, logos, maybe not. Oh well. I definitely thought it was in more than one of the resources campaigns. So we're just in this one now. There's a chance that we will keep adding those. If those are popular and you guys like them, hopefully they'll do one for each campaign. Or if you're like, I don't want to keep changing it, just leave it alone. But yeah, great question there. Well, hopefully some of that was helpful. For those of you, again, that you're like, this is all repeat, I apologize for that. I do know that, at least in owners that I've come across, some of them have never dabbled with that kind of stuff. So we're hoping to make that more common. And then, as you guys sort of requested, take it to the next level. So if you guys come across more things that could be helpful for our team, and or if you're like, what would be helpful is if we could talk to Mike and kind of get his opinion on something, or get him to walk us through something at a higher level. Like Ren was talking about with the paid ads, maybe that's more of a conversation than like the answer. Like, here's the answer, I'm just going to put it up. It might be more of a discussion kind of a thing. So I'd be happy to include that. Nikki's late to the party. Practically ready to sign off here. You're gonna
So
have to
late.
watch the video. Nikki, how's your social media marketing? How's stuff going? Anything to share with us? Anything that's just kicking butt?
I've been trying to copy Eliso CrossFit. It's what I've been doing.
It's a good idea.
No, I have 3 people who do our social media, myself and 2 other people, and it's always interesting to me. I think the school group that Media Launch did was really helpful for me to get that commentary going and doing some stories that we had with our members. It was really intentional on just making sure we were telling our member stories first and having those quick conversations and feedback. That's, I think, the biggest thing that's made an impact. And I think like our members love that stuff. So
That's awesome. Did any of you guys, hopefully you guys all saw in the last affiliate newsletter, the form that you could fill out to get a customized video? Did you see that? Did you guys all get the form? I didn't even know they were going to do that. And then I'm like, oh, the affiliate newsletter came out. Let me just see if there's anything in here I didn't know about, in case somebody gives me a call and they're like, what is this? And I'm like, huh? So there's the Google form. We had, I think, I talked to Mike the day after this went out in the newsletter. And I think he said, you still don't get the newsletters? Okay, we're going to fix that. I'm sorry. I'm making a separate note about that. Within one day, I believe there were 500 submissions. I could be exaggerating. I'm pretty sure he said 500 submissions for customized video, and they have a few different, more than a few, so that you're not just getting the same video that the other gym is getting. And I think I was talking to him, whatever it was, 12 hours after the thing had gone out, the text had gone out, newsletter, and they were sending out 200 of them. They'd already cranked out 200 unique customized videos to affiliates. So the media team was working their butts off. So definitely fill out that form if you'd like to get a customized video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Kelly, I'll forward you the email so you can read about it. And then we're going to figure out why you're not getting. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so that was awesome. And then also, I think I put it in my last newsletter. Do you get my newsletters? Okay, great. In my last newsletter, I think I put the link to submit if you have a story that you think CrossFit should be blasting from the rooftops. Someone amazing at your gym, which I know you all have amazing people at your gym, but something that you really think that our content team should know about. I put that in our last newsletter. So I will grab you guys that one as well. And that would be not for them to make you a customized video for you to post, but rather for the content team to possibly come out and like do a story on, and possibly do interviews, videos, pictures, what have you. So, if you guys didn't see that one and you're interested, please let me know and I will send it out. November newsletter is the one. Bring the campaign to life, fill out this form, custom video will be ready in 1 to 2 weeks. But again, the first 500 people that went in, I think they got it in the first few days. But again, did no one on here do that yet? The form's only going to be live for 2 weeks. So that form went out November 5th. So get on it. If you got 1 more week to fill it out, if you want it. and it's designed for social channels to inspire your members and rep your box. All you have to do, I think, is submit your logo along with it. And they're trying to keep the videos unique, and that's why I think they're gonna have to close it after 2 weeks. They've got a big pool of content, and they're hoping that this is gonna help. And then show the world how you forge elite fitness, submit your short videos 30 to 60 seconds long, and tag CrossFit. So that's another way to get reposted. But the one I was talking about was the content. So if anyone would like to submit, they've got a cool thing going on and they want their story to be blasted by CrossFit, there's no guarantees, but absolutely, if you think that that might be you, then I can get you guys that. I was just trying to see if I could find my last newsletter. And then anyone else, if you don't get my newsletter or the CrossFit affiliate newsletter, please let me know so that I can troubleshoot that for you. You shouldn't have to try to figure that out. I will find out what's the problem if you maybe did unclick a box or something. And okay, I found the other form. Perfect. So this one is for members whose lives have been transformed by CrossFit. And I'll put that in the chat. So this is the other form. And that one doesn't have a timeline. That one I think is going to be ongoing. They want to get content from the community and share it with the larger community. So, but yeah, what I was saying about the newsletters, sometimes I'm not trying to blame you, Kelly, but sometimes someone gets taken off of something, and either we can do it for you manually, put you back on it, or we can send you the instructions if it has to happen from within your own. But nobody should be without the information. All right. Anyone have anything else? Questions, things to add? If you missed those, didn't get those links, if you're listening on recording, let me know. I submitted it the day it came out. And you submitted a story too. Oh, awesome. Did you get your unique video yet? About your customized video back? Oh, okay. Again, I think 500.
No, I haven't heard anything. I know one thing for people who host the L1 that I'm working on a marketing campaign to share because we did one. We had a lot of success with filling our L1 quickly.
Yeah.
And so CrossFit reached out and asked us if we would write an SOP to share with the community. So that might help people.
Like email reach out, or was that posting?
All of it.
Yeah.
Email, posting. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is if people that host actually send out emails and texts to the local gyms, I think it helps.
Yeah.
The thing I've been finding is that many of them don't. So like I was sending a lot of hosts like an email template that they could choose to use or not, and like a couple different like a one email and then a second email, and then people are busy, I get it, so they're not always able to do that, and then the attendance sometimes reflects that, but I appreciate that. That'd be awesome. All right. Well, if no one's got anything else, I'm gonna let you all get going. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for sharing and asking questions and giving feedback. I'm gonna pass this stuff along to Mike. If you guys think of anything that would be helpful for a call in December, before everyone kind of takes a little bit of time maybe for the holidays, then please let me know. I would love to make sure you guys are getting stuff that's useful topics. I also hope to have some maybe early 2026 announcements for the affiliate gathering schedule. Hopefully we can nail down the first couple. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on the call. We'll see you next time.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye, friends.